Good evening, everyone. So we will start. I think it's the second lecture for the topic fiction. So we start with some question. My first question is same like the previous one. If you see the previous question, then you realize it. This is the last question in the first class. Okay, we have to for what value of m. The block just in motion, and for what value of m, the m kg block moving downward with 5 meters per second. Now it's on the table. Now I make that table a little bit inclined. Let the angle of inclination is 30 degrees, and I'm putting here a block of mass 2 kg, and here I'm giving a pulley. Present. And this is m. So same question. Key for what value of m, or what value of m, number one, just in motion, number two, moving downward, m kg block moving downward, with an acceleration a equals to 5 meters per second square. So again, the same way, I just give you question. So let for the first part, mg acting downward, tension T, tendency of motion upward. So frictional force applied downward, that is mu r. This is mg cos theta. I think all of you know, because my mg is acting downward. mg is acting downward. This is my normal reaction, and here extra force due to the inclined plane 2g sine theta. Hope you remember that all these things, and theta is 30 degrees. So in the first case, just in motion, obviously downward force balances the upward force. Downward force balances the upward force. So I can write mg equals to 2t, and for the second one, the upward force T is equals to downward force 2g sine theta plus mu r, and here my r is mg cos theta, that means 2g cos 30 degree. So 2 into 10 into cos 30, root 3 by 2. So what we have, 10 root 3, 10 into 1.73, that is 17.3 Newton. So this is tension is 2, 10 sine 30 half, mu 0.2 into 10 into 1.73. So 10 plus 2 into 1.73. 10 plus कितना हो जाएगा ये? 7 14 3.46. So 13.46. Yes or no? So yes, once sir. You get your tension is 13.46. So mass into gravity, that is 2 into 13.46. So 26.92. So m is 26.92. divided by 10, that is 2.692 kg, that is 2.7 kg. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now the second part of the question, okay, if the mkg block moving downward with an acceleration 5 meter per second square, obviously this block is moving upward with the double acceleration 10 meter per second square. So from this I can say, okay, my second equation, mg is acting downward, mg minus 2t equals to m into 5. This is my first equation. And if we see the second equation, see, I think understand, mg, sorry, mg minus 2t, na? I'm sorry, mg minus 2t equals to m into 5. mg minus 2t. Yes, mg minus 2t equals to m into 5. Yes, everyone?
Yes, sir.
And the second equation is C.
Yes.
Here you have t, here you have 2g sine theta, here you have mu r. So this t minus this 2g sine theta mu r equals to mass into acceleration. And acceleration is how much? Acceleration is 10. So what you write for the second equation? T minus 2g sine 30 degree minus mu r, that is 0.22 into 10 into cos 30 degree equals to mass into acceleration. So first let's calculate that part. So tension minus 2 into 10 into half minus, this is 2 into 2 into root 3 by 2. I can cancel this 2 equals to 20, which means tension is, this also cancel, 10 plus, আরে বসলে বসতে পারেন, অসুবিধা নেই, এখানেই বসেন না, নাহলে হ্যাঁ জানলাটা বন্ধ করে দেবো, ঠিক আছে। 2 into 1.73, শুধু হালকা হালকা হাওয়া আসছে, 10 plus 3.46, that is 13.46. So your tension is 13.46. Oh, गड़बड़ किया है ना? 10 this plus 20, yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So plus 20. So what you have? 33.46, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So once you get the tension, now mass 10 minus 5, that is 2 into 33.46, that is 66.92. M is 66.92 by M. I don't know what is the exact value. You can calculate and tell me. Just give me 1 minute. That is 13.38 kg. 13.38 kg. So I just show you all type of question related to this inclined plane table and all, and I also show you three type of normal reaction. Like this is your type 2, this is your type 3, and before that type 1. I think you remember this is the type 1, then type 2, type 3. Now we today show you more type, how the normal reaction depend on the situation. So let type 4 normal reaction, type 4. Although this one you already solve it. Okay, in case of inclined plane, if you put a block, just now we see this, if the mg is acting downward, This is theta. G cos theta, this is normal reaction. Yes or no? So in this inclined plane, normal reaction is mg cos theta. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And related to that, we just see a numerical just now. Just now, I show you the question related to that inclined plane. See this question, right? Where R is the mg cos theta and frictional forces mu r. Now I want to show you two different types, which is very, very important. And in terms of school exam, also very, very important. Sometimes they give you in school also proof that one I'm show you and another you try and tell me the answer. The first one I show you, type 5, is suppose this is my tutor, this is my inclined plane. This angle is theta. Thanda lagche na baba? This angle is 30 degree, and we put a block here. Let the mass of the block is m, and the question is, suppose P is the force I am applying, which makes an angle theta with the plane. Now the question is that for what value of P, for what value of P, block just start to move. So I think you understand, just start to move. That means it's very simple. Key, it will just in the equilibrium position, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, I'm show you the all the like mg is acting downward. First thing, this angle is theta, mg cos theta. This is mg sine theta. Now, as I mentioned here, P, that P, once you have P cos theta, this side you have normal reaction, and here you have P sine theta. Yes or no? And after that, I just show you one more thing. As the tendency of block is moving upward, so my frictional force acting downward. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So these are the total force acting on that block, which examiner not given you. They just give you the mass. They just give you the mass. They just give you this P, which makes an angle theta. First of all, you have to derive this, or you have to represent this all force by yourself. So that is very, very important, and your first priority. That is very, very important, and your first priority that you have to know, or you have to learn how to write this force, which is very, very important. That's why I'm always say mechanics is the grammar of physics, where you can understand how you distribute this component of force. So now see, first of all, that block neither moving upward nor moving downward. As the block neither moving upward nor moving downward, so I can say total upward force balance total downward force. So my R plus P sine theta is the upward force, which is balancing mg cos theta. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So from that, I can get the value of normal reaction mg cos theta minus P sine theta. And believe me, this one is very, very important. Even in terms of theory, in school exam also they can give you. Okay. You in that time you not blame anyone, because these all are you have. They can give you show that for what value of P, the block just in motion, and it's a lovely derivation. So that's why it's a very, very important. So once you get the normal reaction, now as the start moving just in motion, that means the total upward force P cos theta balance total downward force, mg sine theta r to toy plus mu r. So mg sine theta plus mu, and your r is mg cos theta minus p sine theta. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I can arrange it because I need p. So p cos theta, and here you have mu and minus p sine theta. So if you move it in that side, minus become plus. So plus mu sine theta. So how much remain here? Mg, if you take common, sine theta plus mu cos theta. Yes or no? So my p is mg sine theta plus mu cos theta by cos theta plus mu sine theta. Now you can do one thing. See, as you have sine and cos, so in both sides you can divide by cos theta. If you divide by cos theta in both, so it doesn't matter, but it's totally changed in a very different form. The sine theta by cos theta is tan theta
Tan theta.
plus mu cos theta by cos theta is 1, and in the bottom you get 1 plus mu tan theta. So sometime examiner give you the question in that way. They say you prove that if prove that p equals to mg root under within bracket tan theta plus mu by 1 plus mu tan theta, so that the block is just in motion. Understand?
Yes, sir.
And if in this question, instead of the just block moving with the block just in move, or block just start to move or just in motion, if the block moving with some acceleration upward, then the very simple I can say this p cos theta is greater than these two force, and my equation is p cos theta minus mg sine theta minus mu r. That means I can write it here so that you can understand. P cos theta minus mg sine theta minus mu r equals to mass into acceleration. If they ask you for what value of p, the block moving upward with some acceleration, and once you apply this formula, means with some acceleration, so obviously they give you data, because otherwise it's a very hodgepodge thing, right? Because you can't able to arrange this ma in this equation. So they give you the value of mass, suppose 10 kilo, mu 0.2, theta is 30 degree, and on that basis they can say you for what value of p, the block moving upward with some acceleration like 5 meters per second. So you can put all the data and calculate this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now one I show you. Now I'm going to give you one more, that is the type 6. So almost you can say the 6 type of situations mostly you face when you solve numerical related to normal reaction only. Okay. So my type 6 is same question. I'm just changing a little bit. Theta, and here you have a block mass m, and now I'm giving the force parallel to this surface, and my question is same question, for what value of p m kg block just start to move. Upward. Okay, so try this question. So let theta is the angle. So along the basis cos, I can write here p cos theta. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
and this is perpendicular with the base, so I can write p sine theta. Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir.
Now, suppose I am writing this one as a mg, because mg is always acting downward. So my this angle is theta. Same like previous one. See? Yes or no? mg
Yes,
cos
sir.
theta, mg sin theta. So I can write here also, because it's in the inclined plane. Whenever it's in the inclined plane, so mg is divided in two parts. One is the mg cos theta. Another one is the mg sin theta. Now the normal reaction is upward. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
sir.
tendency of motion upward. So tendency of motion upward. So my frictional force is downward. Mu r. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, is it complete? All you represent all the force, or any force remain?
Sir, completed.
Completed. You can check with the previous one. See, for P you have two components. For mg you have two components. R is acting downward and frictional force is acting downward. Downward. Yes. Now complete. So my first aim. So to find out the normal reaction. So how can I find out the normal reaction? Upward force, how much? R. How many downward force you have? This one, this two. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what we can write here? Mg cos theta plus p sin theta. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And now, once you get the normal reaction, now upward force balances the downward force.
Yes, sir.
So I can write p cos theta, that is the upward force, that is equals to mg sin theta plus mu r.
Yes, sir.
Acha, one more thing. Now mg sin theta plus mu r. R is, we can write mg cos theta plus
P sin theta.
sin theta. Now again we can arrange it, cos theta minus mu sin theta, and here we can write mg sin theta plus mu cos theta. So
सर ये
after
वाला
that,
लाइन कैसा है समझ में नहीं आया
कहाँ पे समझ में नहीं आया बोलो?
सर ये लास्ट लाइन जो लिखेंगे कैसे
ये यहाँ तक समझ में आया?
यस सर
ये समझ में आया?
यस सर
आर का वैल्यू पुट किया, यहाँ तक समझ में आया?
यस सर
देखो यहाँ पे क्या है, p cos थीटा और यहाँ पे है म्यू p sin थीटा. तो मैं p को एक साथ अगर रखूंगा, so cos थीटा और ये प्लस है, if you move in that side तो माइनस, so minus mu sin theta. I just take p common,
यस सर
and here you have mg sin theta, here you have mu mg cos theta. So if I take mg common, so sin theta plus mu cos theta. Clear?
यस सर
Now I can write. थोड़ा ये सब ना प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा, खाली देखने से नहीं होगा. हाँ, तुम लोग जब तक ये सब को खुद से एक बार प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे तब तक नहीं होगा. एक रफ कॉपी में यू ट्राई एवरी डे है दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन. वीडियो देख के, नोट देख के, खुद से बिना बंद करके करने का कोशिश करना. जब तुम खुद से करोगे देन एंड ओनली देन यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड, और तब धीरे धीरे, क्योंकि जब तक खुद से इसको ले नहीं जाओगे ना, अच्छा नेगेटिव इधर से इधर आया, जब तक खुद से नहीं ले जाओगे तब तक ये कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं होगा. Now I can easily divide them by cos theta. So once I divide them by cos theta, so I can divide both by cos theta. Tan theta में देखने में सुंदर लगता है. So mg tan theta plus mu by 1 minus mu tan theta is your p. Okay everyone?
यस सर
Yes, sir.
हाँ, so ये मेरा हो गया टाइप 6 तक कि I show you different type of question. Okay. अच्छा, after that, first of all, I want to show you two theoretical question which is very important in terms of your class 11 school exam. Okay, these two theoretical questions are very important. very important theoretical question. Okay, so question is, first one is the angle of friction. Angle of friction. Angle of friction. तो देखो इस एंगल ऑफ फ्रिक्शन का डेफिनेशन क्या है कि मानो मेरे पास एक ब्लॉक है, कुछ भी ले लो, लेट द मास इज m, this is the frictional surface. Okay, so mg is acting downward, normal reaction is acting upward. You are applying applied force this direction, so obviously my frictional force apply in the opposite direction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now angle of friction को कैसे define किया जाता है? Angle of friction is defined as the resultant of, try to understand, the resultant of normal reaction and frictional force. ये हो गया.
Yes,
मानो
sir.
एक फोर्स है F, हाँ, ये दोनों का resultant कोई तो फोर्स ही होगा ना.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So resultant of normal reaction and frictional force, the resultant of normal reaction and frictional force makes an angle theta with the normal reaction is called the angle of friction. Acha, Adhya, thank you. So again I'm saying, what is the angle of friction? Angle of friction is the resultant force, that is the normal reaction and frictional force makes an angle theta with the normal reaction is called the angle of friction. I just want to read the definition. The angle of friction may be defined as the angle which the resultant of the resultant, this is the resultant of the limiting friction and the normal reaction. ये मेरा limiting friction है, ये मेरा normal reaction है. Limiting friction and normal reaction makes with the normal reaction. Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
limiting friction है तो, so now I can say from this, tan theta, that is perpendicular by base, that is mu r by r. So theta is tan inverse mu. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is called the angle of friction. एक और डेफिनेशन है जिसको कहा जाता है एंगल ऑफ रिपोज. ये एंगल ऑफ रिपोज क्या है? Suppose the angle of friction is represented by theta, then angle of repose is represented by another angle. Let it, as we already used theta, so now I am going to use phi. मतलब क्या है? मतलब है कि अगर मेरे पास एक इंक्लाइन प्लेन है और इंक्लाइन प्लेन का let the angle is phi, and if we put a block here, so this minimum angle that phi, so that it will able to hold the block. What do you mean by that? If the angle is more than that phi, the block क्या हो गया? इधर लगेगा mg sin phi. Yes or no? इधर लगेगा mg, इधर लगेगा phi, इधर लगेगा mg cos phi, इधर लगेगा नॉर्मल रिएक्शन. तो एज द टेंडेंसी ऑफ मोशन डाउनवर्ड, मेरा फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स किधर लगेगा? ऊपर की तरफ, म्यू आर. यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सपोज माय फाई इज 0 डिग्री, मानो 30 डिग्री पे ये इक्वलाइज होगा, मींस दिस फोर्स and this force are equalized at exactly angle of 30 degree. So if my angle of inclination is 0 degree, so my क्या हो गया? Frictional force is greater than this mg sin phi. Why? Because cos 0 is 1 mg, right? Now I am going to increase that phi. Phi becomes 0, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 degree. So as well as I am increasing the value of angle, my cos phi is decreasing, and as well as my cos phi is decreasing, my sin phi is increasing. So my mg sin theta increase, okay, and increase होते होते एक टाइम आएगा when the mg sin theta is exactly equal to frictional force, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, if my angle is more than that, so the block is start moving. My force is greater than frictional force.
Yes, sir.
So at the angle, minimum angle at which the plane, inclined plane able to hold the block, mane mg sin phi balance the frictional force, that angle is called the angle of repose. और इसी को देखो आप थोड़ा स्टाइल मार के बोला होगा, it is the minimum angle that an inclined plane makes with the horizontal when a body placed on it just to slide down. मतलब अब शुरू करेगा, उससे ज्यादा हुआ so it will start moving. Just to slide down मतलब क्या, they are equal. मैंने बोला था ना just in motion, just
Yes,
to
sir.
start, just to slide, ऐसा मतलब क्या, they are equal. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
First of all, I can say R is equals to mg cos phi. This is the first thing. Second thing is that mg sin phi downward force, that is mu R, that is mu mg cos phi, and from that I can say this mg cancel, so sin phi is mu cos phi, so tan phi is mu, phi is tan inverse mu. So now it is very clear that theta equals to phi equals to tan inverse mu. So I can say one thing, my angle of friction and angle of repose are equal. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So examiner can ask you what is angle of friction. You can write the definition and derive this. What is angle of repose? You can define in definition and derive this. And this is two questions. Examiner can ask you to show that angle of friction and angle of repose are equal. So then you don't need to define them. You just show them and equalize them. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now after that, I show you some question. You can say friction in terms of theoretical part done, but now we try some numerical, little bit different type of numerical. Like first of all, I just want to give you a question, and you please tell me the answer. Suppose you have a wall that is not horizontal, that is a vertical wall. Okay, let mu is the coefficient of friction of this wall, 0.2, and suppose you are put a block whose mass is 10 kg. The question is that how much force you apply here, so that what is the minimum force, minimum F required to hold the block on the vertical wall. Tell me. Everyone try and tell me the answer. What is the answer? Adya, bolo.
Sir, trying.
Okay. Saksham,
Sir, कर रहा हूँ.
Achishman, Barshali, David, Shayon, Shomodip,
So
Ashmit,
20 Newton.
20 Newton. Anyone? Any other answer?
Sir, एक second, sir. होने वाला.
Yeah, 1 second क्या 10 second ले लो. Snehadeep, ball. देखो ये क्वेश्चन एटलीस्ट 10 times entrance exam में है minimum. They just change the mass. That's it. Anyone? Okay. Now I just show you what's happening. Suppose let that mass is mg. It will be better for you. You can make it like a formula. Huh? To hold this mg, you have a frictional force, obviously, which is acting upward. So we know the frictional force is only the normal reaction. Yes or no? By using normal reaction, you can generate this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So as I apply the force vertically, so this force is actually generating my normal reaction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because we know normal reaction is always normal to the surface. So first of all, here I can say force is my normal reaction, and here to minimum. See why they ask you minimum, because if your frictional force is greater than mg, so then it's easily hold on the surface. But if the frictional force is less than mg, so it will start moving downward.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So that's why I'm saying ki minimum. The examiner always asks you minimum force required. Why? Because minimum means you can equalize them. You can equalize them. So first of all, force is the normal reaction, and now mu into r is mg, and here your r is f. So mu f is mg. So whenever they ask you this type of question, you can write this mu f is mg. So my f is mg by mu. Now in this question, my mass is given 10 kg, g I can take 10, and mu is given 0.2. So what you have 100 by 0.2, that is 500 Newton. Okay. Sometime examiner give you reverse way. If they give you the force, suppose 100 Newton force, they give you mu. What is the mass of the block so that you can hold it? So suppose I'm just giving you question. If force is 100 Newton, mu is 0.2. So what is the mass of the block so that it will hold by the frictional force? So m is how much? 20 by 10. That means the mass is 2 kg. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So they can give you this type of question. Apart from that, I'm going to give you one more question that is also very, very important. Next type of question. Okay. The next type of question is, suppose you have 3 blocks, mass 2 kg, 3 kg, and 7 kg. খাইয়ে দিন একটু, একটু খাইয়ে দিন, তারপরে একটু ঢেক তুলিয়ে দিন। হ্যাঁ, force is given 10 Newton, and this is on the ground. This is on the ground. Now mu1 is given 0.2 between 2 kg and 3 kg. Mu2 is given 0.3 between 3 kg and 7 kg, and mu3 is given 0.0 mane 0.0 matlab frictionless, no friction is there. So the question is that find acceleration of all 3 blocks. I think you all understand the question.
Yes, sir.
Very
আর
good.
সবচেয়ে
What
নিচে একটা
about 3 kg block?
1.43, সবচেয়ে নিচে একটা 1.43 আর মাঝখানে একটা 0.33।
नहीं, देखो
सर सेकंड वाला और थर्ड वाला का तो सेम होगा 5/6 मीटर पर सेकंड, और पहला
तुम
वाला
बोल
का
रहा है, ये तो तुम बोल रहा है क्योंकि तुम सेक्शन जी से है इसीलिए। अच्छा देखो, है ना सक्षम?
हाँ सर।
देखो मैंने ये 2 kg ब्लॉक ड्रॉ किया. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द रूल इज दैट जहां पे मैं फोर्स लगाऊंगा वहां का फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम ड्रॉ करूंगा. सो हियर दैट इज द 10 न्यूटन, हियर 2g, here normal reaction, and here the frictional force applied 0.2 into 2 into 10, that is 4 Newton. Obviously it's very clear that 10 Newton force is greater than 4 Newton force. The block is moving forward with some acceleration of 2 kg block. How can we write this? 10 minus force, that is 2 into acceleration of 2 kg. So 2 into acceleration of 2 kg block, that is 6. Acceleration of 2 kg block, that is 3 meter per second square forward. Very good. ठीक है, समझ में आया यहाँ तक?
Yes sir.
Now
Yes,
see, frictional force is the contact force between the two contact surface. Like if you rubbing hand against each other, so we feel the that friction in both the hand, right? If you not feel that friction on both the hand when you're rubbing hand against each other, so immediately consult a doctor. तुम्हारा मे बी एक जो हाथ में फीलिंग नहीं हो रहा है वो हाथ पैरालाइज हो गया है, so immediate doctor दिखाओ. So when we, तो क्या हो रहा है, one surface when connect with another surface and when we rub against each other, so ये वाला surface इस पे इधर फोर्स लगाएगा, ये वाला surface इसको opposite में फोर्स लगाएगा. So ये जो 4 Newton force आया, that is 3 kg block apply on the 2 kg block, right?
yes sir.
Yes sir.
Now at the same time, if we draw the free body diagram of 3 kg block, तो 3 kg block पे क्या होगा, इक्वल एंड ऑपोजिट. सो इधर लगेगा, देखो 3 kg ब्लॉक 2 kg पे इधर लगाया, सो 2 kg ब्लॉक 3 kg ब्लॉक को सेम इक्वल एंड ऑपोजिट फोर्स इधर लगाएगा. ये सब नो.
Yes sir.
And
Yes,
between
sir.
3 kg and 4 kg, now this 3 kg block tendency of motion in towards the 4 Newton force. So in the opposite direction frictional force applied, and frictional force is 0.3 into 3 into 10, that is 9 Newton. So it is very clear that this force is less than this force, and frictional force is self-adjusting force. What do you mean by self-adjusting? अगर ये मुझे 4 Newton force लगाएगा, which is less than the maximum frictional force, limiting friction 9 Newton, so ये भी क्या करेगा, 4 Newton ही force लगाएगा.
Yes sir.
So that means दोनों force क्या हो गया, equalize हो गया. That means what we can write as, as frictional force 9 Newton is greater than applied force 4 Newton. So what happened? 3 kg block does not able to move with respect to 7 kg block, right? है कि नहीं? मतलब ये जो 3 kg ब्लॉक है 7 kg ब्लॉक के रिस्पेक्ट में मूव नहीं कर पाएगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे अप्लाइड फोर्स 4 न्यूटन है, एंड बिटवीन 3 kg एंड 7 kg द मैक्सिमम फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स इज 9 न्यूटन. यस और नो?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
और अगर तुम ध्यान से देखोगे बिटवीन 7 kg एंड ग्राउंड इट इज अ फ्रिक्शनलेस. As it is a frictionless is given, so 3 kg block with respect to 7 kg block does not able to move, but as the ground is frictionless, so they can move together due to the
Yes, sir.
4 Newton force, because my ground is frictionless, right?
Yes, sir.
So due to 4 Newton force, 3 kg plus 7 kg moving with the acceleration. So acceleration of 3 kg and 7 kg together 4 by 10, that is 0.4 meter per second square. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, the same way, I just want to give you one more question, same type of question. Okay. So now, then it's more clear your concept. Suppose I have 2 kg block, 3 kg block, and ডেটটা কিন্তু তুলবেন না হলে কিন্তু না বমি হয়ে যাবে আবার ঠিক আছে খিদা পেয়েছিল আচ্ছা sorry but this time I'm not going to apply the force in this here. Now I'm going to apply the same force but now in the 3 kg block. Same way, friction 0.2 to shon na ground. Okay, everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Rest exactly same thing. So now same question, find the acceleration of all block. As I already mentioned you, whenever they give you this type of question, they give you one block with respect to another block, they put 1 or 2 or 3 blocks and you have to find out the acceleration like this and they give you the force. Whenever they give you this type of question, the most important part is that first of all you draw the free body
Sir,
diagram.
এটাতে তো উপরের তো অ্যাক্সেলারেশন হবেই
না না হবে হবে না সব পরে first thing is that you have to draw the free body diagram of that block in which you are applying the force. Clear? And on that basis you decide hobe ki hobe na. Okay, how you know ki hobe na? Archishman,
মনে হলো এখন
what is
হবে
the basic ki hobe na? So maybe confusion is there, so you always draw the free body diagram. So free body diagram of 3 kg. Why I'm putting 3 kg first? Because I'm applying the 10 Newton on the 3 kg block. So first I'm going to draw the free body diagram of 3 kg block. And this is the 10 Newton force applied. And here, see, here between 3 kg and 7 kg, due to frictional force, 0.3 is the coefficient of friction, 3 into 10. That is 9 Newton. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And between 2 kg and 3 kg, because 2 kg block is on the top of 3 kg block, 0.22 into 10. एक तुलेचे? हाँ? So 10 and 9 कितना हो गया?
13
13. और इधर कितना हो गया?
10
So now we can give the statement that 10 Newton force is less than frictional force 13 Newton. Yes or no? So 4 plus 9, that is 13 Newton force is greater than 10 Newton force. That means that force is not sufficient to pull out the 3 kg block from 2 kg and 7 kg block. Yes or no?
তার মানে কি অ্যাক্সেলারেশন করবে না
ना ना एक्सेलरेशन करबे ना আমি কোথায় বললাম 3 kg को हम 2 और 7 kg ब्लॉक के बीच में से नहीं निकाल सकते हैं by using that force. That means they all are stick together, right? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Mane with respect to them no acceleration is there, but as my ground is frictionless, so my frictional force at the ground is 0, so they all move together now. Achishman, you understand what I want to say?
হ্যাঁ স্যার এবার বুঝলাম
3 kg block is not able to move between 2 kg and 7 kg because that 10 Newton force is not sufficient. देखो ये सब ना हम लोग का रियल लाइफ में भी होता है. जैसे मानो एक टूल वगैरह या टूल है स्पेशली जिसका मानो नीचे में देखना वो व्हील वगैरह लगाया हुआ रहता है और उस टूल के ऊपर तुमने मोटा मोटा 10 12 5 6 तो बुक रख दिया है. You try to pull a book from the middle, देखोगे मिडिल वाला बुक नहीं आके पूरा टेबल सामने आ जाता है क्योंकि नीचे में व्हील है तो फ्रिक्शन वेरी लेस.
Yes,
ये
sir.
बात कभी गौर किया है? So same
Yes,
thing
sir.
happened here also. 10 Newton force is not sufficient to pull out the 3 kg block from them, but they all move together now due to that 10 Newton force. So my 10 Newton force is responsible for 2 plus 3 plus 7 into acceleration. Acceleration is 10 by 12, that is 5 by 6 meter per second square. All together move forward with that much acceleration. Okay.
Yes, sir.
After that, आज मैं तुम्हें एक दो क्वेश्चन ही कराऊंगा फ्रॉम द शीट एंड इन द नेक्स्ट डे ऑन वेडनेसडे, ठीक है? If you have any doubt, you can tell me. You now can try all the questions from the sheet which I given to you in your WhatsApp group. Okay, this friction का दे दिया है ना क्वेश्चन मैंने शीट?
हाँ sir.
Yes, sir.
आज मैं एक या दो क्वेश्चन कराऊंगा. So I'm starting with the NCERT 36 number question from the sheet, and from NCERT book it is 5.36 for NCERT. That is the most important question. सबसे ज़्यादा important question है NCERT book का ये. और ये question स्कूल एग्जाम में भी हर एक स्कूल में, जैसे GD गोयनका, DPS, टेक्नो, DAV, जर्मल्स, सब स्कूल में हर एक दो साल ऑल्टरनेट में ये क्वेश्चन देता ही है, मतलब एकदम कंफर्म देता ही है. सब बच्चा कहता है कि मैं जो पढ़ाता हूँ वो स्कूल का टेस्ट में भी वो सब क्वेश्चन आ जाता है. नॉर्मल जब होता है, अभी तो ऑनलाइन में क्या है कि ABCD 4 क्वेश्चन दे दिया, वो अलग बात है, पर नॉर्मली जब एग्जाम होता है तो यू गेट ऑल दिस क्वेश्चंस, क्योंकि मैं जो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है मैं सब तुम लोगों को बता देता हूँ. सो इट्स अ वेरी लवली क्वेश्चन. सी द क्वेश्चन इज दैट द rear side of a truck is open and a box of 40 kg mass is placed 5 meter away from the open end as shown in the figure. तो यहाँ पे एक ट्रक है like this, और ये इसका पहिया है, और यहाँ पे एक ब्लॉक है. The mass of the block is given 40 kg. ठीक है, और ये भी बोल दिया इससे ये जो ओपन एंड है इसका डिस्टेंस है 5 मीटर. The coefficient of friction between the box and the surface below is 0.15. तो यहाँ पे जो coefficient of friction है that is given, coefficient of friction is given, coefficient of friction is given 0.15. On a straight road, the truck starts from rest and accelerate with 2 meter per second square. ये जो ट्रक है moving with the acceleration 2 meter per second square and शुरू किया है रेस्ट से, माने initial velocity is 0. At what distance from the starting point does the block fall from the truck? तो ये ट्रक कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करेगा जब ये ब्लॉक इस ट्रक से गिर जाएगा? Clear? You understand the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So देखो, as the block moving forward, so we know from the inertia frame of reference, माने non-inertial frame of reference, if a system moving with a constant acceleration, that is called non-inertial frame of reference, and if the system moving with some acceleration inside the system, a force is applied in the opposite direction of the motion. तो यहाँ पे mass into acceleration लगेगा due to the truck moving forward. Yes or no? So in the block you are realizing a backward force. सेम चीज कार वगैरह में भी होता है. अगर हम एक गाड़ी मतलब एक्सीलरेट कर रहा है तो वी रियलाइज अ फोर्स बैकवर्ड.
Yes, sir.
So my mass is 40 kg, acceleration is 2, that is 80 Newton. And as the block now, the tendency of moving this block is this side, so my frictional force apply in this direction. What is the value? Mu mg. So 0.15, mass is 40 kg, g is 10. If I take, that is 60 Newton. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now it is very clear that 80 Newton force is greater than 60 Newton force. So the block moving towards the open end. So greater force minus lesser force, that is mass of the block into acceleration. So acceleration of the block is 20 by 40, that is 1 by 2 meter per second square. किसका? Block का, not the truck का. Okay. So as the truck starting with the rest, so that block is also starting with rest. So how much distance traveled by the block before fall down? That 5 meter distance travel. So we can use ACZ UT plus half AT square. And as it is given initially, it's starting from the rest. So I can use, this is 0, this is 5, half. I already find out acceleration of the block is half into t square. That means t square is 20. T is root under 20 second. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now as the t is root under 20 seconds, so during that time how much distance travel by the truck? देखो इसमें ब्लॉक का नहीं बोला है, ब्लॉक तो टाइम ट्रेवल कितना टाइम में 5 मीटर ट्रेवल कर रहा है. We तो know the block will travel 5 meter. The question is when the block fall down, how much distance travel by the truck? So you can write ut plus half at square. So initial velocity 0, distance travel by the truck. Travel by the truck. So क्या हो जाएगा? Half into 2 into root under 20 का square. That is 20 meter. Yes or no? Same type of question. One more question is there in the sheet. That is question number 35. And in NCERT that is 5.335. The only difference is that in that question they change the frictional force and acceleration, means coefficient of friction and acceleration, and due to what happened, this applied force is less than the frictional force. Understand? मतलब एक क्वेश्चन में दिया है कि pseudo force is less than frictional force, दूसरा क्वेश्चन में दिया है pseudo force is greater than frictional force. So as the pseudo force is less than the frictional force, तो क्या होगा? अगर मैं ये फोर्स को कम कर दूं, ये 80 है, मानो ऐसा मैं डेटा दिया, इस डेटा को चेंज कर दिया म्यू का वैल्यू, तो ये 60 के जगह पे 90 हो गया, तो क्या हो गया? ये ब्लॉक मूव नहीं करेगा.
हाँ सर.
तो अगर मूव नहीं करेगा, गिरने का कोई चांसेस नहीं है.
यस सर.
और उसी क्वेश्चन में बोला है कि अगर एक आदमी ये ट्रक के ऊपर है तो क्या दिखेगा? ये ऑब्जेक्ट देखिए, ये जो ट्रक के अंदर ऊपर है, तो क्योंकि ये फ्रिक्शन ले, मतलब ये अप्लाइड फोर्स इज लेस देन द फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स, तो ये आदमी क्या देखेगा? इस ब्लॉक को ट्रक के ऊपर ही देखेगा, मतलब रेस्ट पे देखेगा.
यस सर.
और अगर कोई आउटसाइड द ट्रक है तो वो क्या देखेगा? कि द ब्लॉक मूविंग विद द ट्रक विद द सेम एक्सीलरेशन ऑफ द ट्रक.
हाँ सर.
बस यही क्वेश्चन है. ठीक है. सो यू कैन ट्राई ऑल दिस क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है. यहाँ पे टोटल 36 क्वेश्चंस है. मैंने ज्यादातर को बहुत सारा क्वेश्चंस करवा भी दिया है. एंड इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास, ठीक है, इसमें से जो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. हाँ,
আমি তো আগে যে শীটটা দিয়েছিল ওগুলা থেকে আমি চারটা ডাউট পাঠাইছিলাম না.
আমি तो तुम लोगों को मैंने न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ मोशन का लास्ट ईयर का मैंने पूरा रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो भेज दिया, पूरा न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व का. तो यू सी देम, देन इफ यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम यू कैन टेल मी. ओके, क्योंकि तुम लोगों ने कोई किया नहीं था तो मैंने सॉल्व नहीं कराया था. तो पूरा रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो भेजा है, पूरा एक क्लास का, उसमें खाली शीट का क्वेश्चन ही है. सो यू कैन सी देयर. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन टेल मी. क्योंकि क्या होगा ना, आप फिर उसको कराने जाएंगे तो एटलीस्ट एक क्लास बर्बाद हो जाएगा. ठीक है. तो तुम लोग देख लो, अगर कोई भी पर्टिकुलर 1-2 क्वेश्चन में डाउट होगा तो मैं करवा दूंगा नेक्स्ट क्लास में. ठीक है.
ठीक है सर.